Jupiter Boys.
Is it? Is it recording?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jupiter Boys. My name is Jim Jupiter.
My name is Mary.
Your name?
And I'm Quinn Jupiter.
Okay. And we're two boys and a Mary who...
Murray.
Murray. Oh, Murray.
I'm Murray.
Oh, Murray.
Present.
Yeah. Thank you, Murray, for being present.
I'll just be in the background. Not saying anything. Don't worry about me.
Okay, that's very helpful for us doing our podcast. We're two boys from the planet Jupiter, and we talk about things every week.
Yeah, and I derail it.
Yeah, a little bit with the intro sometimes, where I have to just sort of guess around in the dark for what it is. So
It's a sign of a good impressionist.
we flip a coin, if you don't know, to decide who goes first.
He's flipping it this
Which
week.
side of the coin of truth would you like? It's Radiotopia or the logo?
The logo, please.
It's the logo.
It's me.
And I want to let you start, but before I do, I want to let you know that we're not going to have a coin of truth this year because Radiotopia switched to like these sticker sets, like these merit badge sticker sets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not as cool, but
We'll still have
you get
the
more
coin.
unlocked. Oh no, we will have the coin, but they're not doing another coin. They're not
Right.
doing the next year's coin.
Right. That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yep. All right. So Quinn, away you go.
Okay, so I was thinking. Oh, when I was going Betty Buys, you know, I was right about to sleep.
You were hitting the train to snooze town.
My head was in the pillow, and it was kind of like, you know, when your head's in that pillow space, and you're like, I'm gonna zonk off.
I do know this feeling that you're expressing.
You're right before sleep, and then you get a genius idea.
The Sandman's tickling your nugs.
Then you get a brilliant idea for a podcast topic that you do every week with your brother, and it's an actual topic.
This doesn't happen to me so much. Sometimes I think like I could talk about that, and then nothing ever comes of it. I like don't write it down. It immediately goes out of my head.
That's why I write them down, man. So I was thinking, you know how it's hard to talk to somebody when you have just a full-on raging boner. Yes. You know, like it's kind of difficult to talk to them when you're just rock hard, right? So I was thinking, would you rather have a boner all the time while talking to people, or everybody else has a boner while talking to you? Everybody in the world has a boner except for you while talking to you.
Okay, well, I guess.
And like lady boners count too. Like they're just like soaking wet, like through their clothes, and the guys are like popping buttons off.
That was truly distressing. What just happened?
And the guys are popping their buttons off with their hardness, with their straight torque.
Okay, so I really don't know where to go from there. I'm not sure what the question.
What would you rather? If you had a boner all the time, or if everybody else you talked to had a boner all the time?
Okay, so I think probably I have to say that I would not like to have a boner all the time.
Yeah, right?
However, if you can like get people to believe, hey, is this condition? I don't know if it's a curse or just like a medical thing, but I got a boner all the time. And it's just like how I got to live my life.
Honestly, it would work to your benefit in a certain situations.
I think it might. I think some people would just be like, oh, fuck. Like, this guy's just a cool dude with a boner all the time.
Or they'd be like, you want to go to the broom closet? Like,
yeah,
we could fuck.
But I think like that would eventually get kind of tiring and like probably sort of abusive.
But you could also just be like, no thanks. And they'd be like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, like, and I know that this is just like literally just describing like the life of any pretty girl, but it's just like constantly having people swarming you.
Yeah,
like it's gotta not be the coolest thing.
It's probably not great.
I mean, if that's not your thing, then that's a shitty thing to have happen to you.
Also, you can flip a boner up pretty good. I don't know about you, but like I can hide a boner pretty well.
Like that's not even like I walk around with a boner like 70% of the time anyway.
Unless the only condition is you have to be in pajama pants.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then it's all over.
Although are there
underwears allowed under the pajama pants?
No way, man. You're going bare bones.
Okay, then the only way to hide it in your pajamas is to either sit in a position that like stretches the fabric across your groin in such a way to create a tent,
yes,
and to not to obscure the pantus obscurus
It
technique.
also depends on what type of pajama pant there is, because
True.
if
Plaid
you-
is a lot more forgiving than that like
the furry
the
one,
silky like or like the stuff that I got on, right? Like it's like
yeah,
t-shirt
yeah.
material.
Yeah, you see, you want like a mix between like those South Park Cartman pajama pants that are like all fuzzy,
Yep.
and the plaid ones, because
Yeah.
you want like a
You
good
want a
like
stiff,
breathable
you want a
material.
good stiff pajama.
You want a stiff pajama, but not so stiff that it makes your no-nos feel bad. You want enough that it hugs your junk, and
Well, I don't know if pajamas are supposed to hug your junk.
plus when you're walking, it like rubs against them in a cool way.
You know what
That'd be
else
pretty
rubs
cool.
against in a cool way? Your leg against the microphone cable.
You know what? Who's made mistakes in the podcast last couple times in regards to microphones? It was you, sir.
That's true.
And you did listen back to it because you had to edit it.
Well, have a coin.
Thanks. It's really warm.
I know.
You've been holding it all day.
In preparation for this moment, the gift of the
Now it's
the
cold
brother-
on my face.
The brotherly key. That's weird. Maybe your face is extremely warm.
No, but then it's warm back in my
So back to
hands.
having boners, So I mean, like if you can hide your boner, it's not really a niche. I would not like to have just everybody have a boner looking at me.
No, I don't.
That
think,
would be extremely uncomfortable,
right. Like,
that would be like probably like the worst thing ever.
yeah, but having a boner all the time when you're talking to people would be pretty bad too.
But
But not as bad as everybody else having a boner around.
But like you sort of go against, like if it's like literally like everybody, then like you're sort of like violating people's free will, and like also like people that aren't into your gender are like inexplicably drawn towards you, and like that's fucked up to like fuck with their brains like that.
Yeah,
Like how dare you with your boner powers? Like
and it's
with boner power comes boner responsibility.
It's also like if you don't, if everybody has a boner and you don't, it's kind of like, hey, I'm looking for somebody to cuddle, and I don't want to feel a dick in my butt. And
But here's
like,
the thing:
I want
though,
somebody to be
not
the big
everybody-
spoon.
Not everybody has boners. It's
That's
just
right.
everybody who meets you has boners.
Or oh yeah, that's right.
because it's only people you affect.
But what happens in a world full of people with boners and one person can't get a boner? Then they're like the cuddle buddy.
Whoa! Stop the show. Did you just say that the person that the person that attracts the boners, cannot get a boner?
Yeah, you can't
Oh.
get a boner for life. Like you.
Oh well, then God, no, not that option. I would have a boner every moment of every day for the rest of my life. If in like honest to God, like that's not even a thing. Like
Yeah, it's not even a question, eh?
not even a question. Like that. Like I wouldn't want to live in a world where I couldn't get a boner.
Right? Because but you'd be a good cuddle partner, and people would be like, okay, I don't get like, because I mentioned that every girl like soaks through their whatever item in their clothing they're wearing, right?
Right.
So
That's awkward.
So like even guys are like, I want a big spoon and I don't want to feel a dick in my butt, and I
Right.
don't want to feel just like damp all the time, you know, like when
Right.
somebody's snuggling you. So
you
you'd be
just
like
be the world's big spoon.
you'd be the pillow, and it would be suck you'd be like those puppies that the people put in purses. You'd be like one of those, like just like an accessory,
Oh God.
because you can't be used.
What a horrifying life. Sold into cuddle slavery.
Cuddle slavery.
Jesus. You took this down a dark and angry road, sir.
Cuddle slave. Is that a shirt?
Cuddle slave?
Cuddle slave.
That's pretty awesome. And I'm sure it's been coined by some BDSM dungeon mistress like a billion years ago.
Oh, for sure.
But cuddle slave could be a t-shirt.
It's definitely a shirt.
It's definitely the name of this part of the show.
Cuddle slave.
Like for sure.
/ boner heaven.
There's no slashes because
That would be just a
slash is
different
my
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't understand how our titling
Colon.
system works, do you?
Colon.
Dash.
Put a colon.
Sometimes I
in.
use a dash or a parenthesis.
Yeah, use that parentheses.
Those parentheses. God damn it. Use a parenthesis
Okay.
or those parentheses.
Okay. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
I'm just fucking with you, man. Like I don't
why,
care.
Why you made me feel bad about my grammar, Holmes? It's like I'm trying, man. It's hard. You ever been in English class? It's hard, man.
Okay.
There's my Kyle Mooney.
I don't know who Kyle Mooney is. Oh yeah. I know who Kyle.
It's kind of
Mooney
hard,
is.
man. I don't know how to be better at class, man. I just sometimes I fuck up. Smoke too much weed, man. I'm sorry.
He started to sound a little bit like Elvis at the end, like sort of. I don't know, man.
Sorry, man. I was going to rock and roll too much. I don't know, man. No, come on, man. Hey, yeah, man. Come on, yes, come on.
Everybody just had like big old boners around me, and it was very uncomfortable.
I couldn't get a boner for the rest of my life, and you know I'm Elvis, and I love getting boners.
Oh Jesus Christ! This is one of the worst episodes we've ever done, by far. We gotta pull it through. That's the sound. That's the sound of our illustrious podcast careers coming to a grinding halt.
Also, that plane is not right. That engine did not sound good.
No, it's a rubber band. It's just a rubber band.
How much time we got left?
We got about like 39 seconds.
Thank fucking Christ.
So
thank the Lord
I don't
above.
know. I think I'm gonna have to go with having a boner all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Just for the sake of the world. If I gotta wear like a fucking baking pan on my crotch for the rest of my life, whatever.
Yeah, as long as you're not bound by the pajamas.
Exactly. Like if by a pajamas rule or like a bottomless rule, oh god, that would just be the worst. I wouldn't want to Donald Duck it for all of eternity.
Donald Duck, he is bottomless.
It's a weird situation.
It's such a weird choice for
and like
for
he's
Disney
got
to
legs
make.
that could go through pants. Like it's not like he's a slug or like there's somewhat
Even
like
Goofy
Sebastian.
Goofy wears pants.
That's true.
Mickey wears pants.
Pluto doesn't. All right, that's the end of that topic.
Pluto's a slave.
Yeah,
A cuddle slave.
Super weird.
Pluto's a cuddle slave.
Okay, that's the end of that topic, but we have to circle around to that later. Quinn, my topic this week.
Yes.
I've given you like a pretty significant break from the sexual topics.
Yes, I appreciated it.
Well, it ends tonight.
Perfect.
'Cause-
I made mine kind of sexual.
Yep.
I mean,
We got to wrap it up. It sells. It just
does.
sells. It sells the big sponsors.
Well, honestly, it sells the clicks.
Yep.
And we need those clicks.
Just click. Just like take an hour or 2 hours out of your day and just click our link repeatedly all day.
Don't even have to listen to it. Just click it a bunch
over and over again. That would be cool with me.
Yeah.
So what I want.
Got to get those clicks.
Click farms, baby. What I want to know, Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about this the other day. What are some of the weirdest ways that you've masturbated? Like, what are some of the weird schemes you've gotten up to?
Okay.
Schemes.
Okay.
Or scenarios, or I don't know, specific setups.
Well,
I mean, like we've talked about our general
Yeah.
wank setup. And that's for your standard wank and
Yeah.
go. But there have been times when you've been like, I wonder if I could do this.
See, I've gotten up to some hijinks usually if I'm staying at somebody else's house. I'm like, I don't give a
What?
fuck about your guest bed. I'll jerk off on it. But I don't jerk off onto the bed. I jerk off into a Kleenex, and then I discreetly throw away the Kleenex underneath the other trash so nobody can find it.
Oh, that if you are deluding yourself, sir.
I mean, I could just come into
They rifle through that trash the second you're out, and they know of your sins.
It's cum.
It's definitely cum. It's cum. I know the smell anywhere. This smell is cum.
It's like that 5-second movie where it's just like it's like a guy in a movie theater and he like lifts up his hand and it's like sticky. He's like, "Yep, movie's good. Movie's good."
or like the guy they pull your tissue out, they just touch it to their lips. Yep, it's cum. Definitely cum.
It's definitely Quinn's cum
they
too.
They go in for a second bash, like in White House American Summer with the ooze. Just like pull out like a spoon. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, that's toxic waste.
Yep, that's definitely toxic waste. Let me just. So, like, what are some crazy setups that you've had going on?
Honestly, I'm a pretty boring masturbator. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say it.
Do you bust out the lube?
I've busted out the lube, but only if I'm like if like I've been like just fucking roaring to go all day. Like all I can think about
is just jerking it.
Is just jerking
it's
it.
It's a specialty. It's a specialty device.
And like it's the 21st century, so I've been getting pics. I'd be getting. Maybe they weren't taken during the day, But I'm getting pics during the day sometimes,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, these were taken like last night. I'm liking these. And you're like,
this is a recent nude.
you're sending-
This is a fucking hot nude.
You're sending, you're sending
hot
like
on the
little,
webs.
you're sending like little clips, like little like sext kind of like samples.
Just little.
Here you go. Here you go. Have that. That's for free. That one's there for free. For you. Yeah.
You're never gonna have sex again after this. Just so you know.
Here's a little sample of my sex game. We're gonna turn it up to 11 teen.
Wow.
So then I get home, and the talks start to ramp up. We're both like, you know what? I'm skipping dinner for this one.
Guess what? I just got home and I'm not hungry.
Yep, I'm hungry for that. No, I'm not gonna say that because that's not cool and it's not good to say. So
Especially in front of your brother.
I'm hungry for the pussy. I'm horny for this one.
Oh, and he's
And-
horny for this one, boys and girls.
And then
No boys and girls, adults only listening to this podcast.
you
please.
start swapping pics because, let's face it, a man who doesn't swap pics and just expects pics is not a man at all.
This is true.
You gotta give and receive. You gotta give and take. It's like it's a two-person thing.
Yeah, but you gotta pull the
That's
the
true.
room. You gotta be like, so what do you want a picture of, baby?
Yeah, oh, yeah, you
beautiful
don't-
pouty lips.
Oh no, you don't go full on cock.
You can't go
'cause-
full dick pic.
No,
Not right away, please, guys. Just for the love of God.
but by the end of the night, you might be going full butthole pick. What's up?
Yep, it's possible.
She might be into
She
it.
might
like,
be into that shit.
and you're like
pinching your nipples and shit.
dude. I mean, I haven't shaved. She's like perfect.
Jesus Christ.
I've never shaved my butthole, but I'd imagine a person who would be into buttholes might like it shaved
Or not shaved.
or not shaved.
Anyway, anyway, continue. That's your lube situation. But
Yeah.
like other than that, like no specialty.
Well, I when I use my fleshlight, I've got 2 fleshlights and I hardly use them.
Whoa. Are they like they're not professional?
No,
like,
no,
they're
no,
not
no,
they're not
no.
name brand.
But you know what? They feel the exact same as name brand one, I'm guessing, because the name brand one, the only thing they have is the plastic case.
Yeah.
So it's literally just holding the rubber, which is way easier.
Just use a Pringles box.
And then you can pinch it off and then like take it to the bathroom and just rinse it out and it's perfect. Although it is a little, like you gotta like waddle to the bathroom with your pants down, like splash it out. You're like gotta like put some soap in there, like.
Unless you do it in the bathroom.
You know what? When I get my own place, I'm putting it in the dishwasher. Fuck that.
Yep.
Fuck putting it through.
Although you can only do certain sex toys in dishwashers.
Yeah, and you have to do it for like cold cycles and shit because you don't want to melt the plastic.
Yeah, exactly. You want a warped.
You don't want to melt that plastic puss.
So I'm gonna just like lay some on the lines that I've done because like there was a period in my life, probably between the ages of 13 and like to be honest, like 19.
Now.
Well, yeah, currently, where like masturbation was a big part of my life.
Right. We've all been through the masturbating phase.
Exactly. It's just sort of just like you live to bait.
Hashtag
Bait to live.
Bait to live.
BTL.
BTL. Bait to live.
Bait to live.
Oh, you bait, bro? You bait?
Are you bait?
You bait?
Dude, you gotta bait.
Did you get that coil? That sick coil in the bait? Are you talking about coiling a phone cord around your penis? Because I definitely did that.
The spirally one. So like when I was a kid, I used so there was always like petroleum jelly around our house.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
oh yeah.
so like if you just stole like a whole like a vat, like it was like a fucking like 600 milliliter vat of like Vaseline. If you just fucking swipe that, it did not go missing at all. Like it was just like, oh, we're out of Vaseline. Get more Vaseline. Like,
and then they started having the tubes of Vaseline, like the
Yeah.
tube. And those ones aren't as good to like.
No.
Like you
So-
gotta get that like
so here's what I used to do.
chew, like it's like a bunch of chew.
I used to have a heater in my room because it was like such a cold room.
Yeah,
And
I
I'd
remember
take-
that heater.
I'd take that petroleum jelly right before bedtime, maybe 20 minutes before bed, put it just a little bit in front of the heater. So that it heated up nice and warm, right?
That's so smart.
So smart. Like,
You evil genius.
I am an evil genius. And it was like the best because Vaseline, when it's warm, gets real runny,
Yeah.
real viscous. It's honest to God, gourmet jerking off. So there's that. I never tried like the fucking a vegetable thing
No,
or the
me
fucking
neither.
a fruit.
No.
Because like I've always just like been terrified like that citric acid is gonna burn real bad. Like I just know it. That is gonna like burn my pee hole. Like,
Also,
if you get some shampoo in your pee hole, oh my god. You
Y-
ever had that happen?
yeah, it's bad.
It's the worst.
You know what? You know what I heard from a friend of mine. I'm not going to name names because I don't think he wants this in the world with his name on it. But
Okay.
one time he was like, "Yeah, man, I was home alone," and like this was out of nowhere. He was like, "Yeah, man, I was home alone, and I looked at what I could fuck."
I
And he's
know
like,
I know exactly
he's
who you're
like-
talking about based on like the voice that you're doing.
He's like, and I grabbed the jar of peanut butter and I fucked it. And he's like, and then I threw out the jar of peanut butter, the whole one, because there was like there was a dick sized hole in it. And he's like, I washed, and I was like, dude, how was it? And he was like, it's pretty all right. Like, it wasn't my top 10 masturbating experiences, but it was pretty good. And I was like, so you just threw out a cum filled thing of peanut butter? And he was like, yeah. And my roommate asked me where it went, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. We didn't buy peanut butter. So it's my friend's hijinks. I'm fucking, and I can't even imagine like what. Imagine that getting into your pee hole.
I can't
Oh.
even imagine. Well, like I don't think peanut butter or peanut oil, unless you're allergic, would be that bad on your junk.
No.
But I just can't imagine that thought process. Just like, what can I fuck? Peanut butter. Like, I'd go for margarine before I'd go for peanut butter.
Margarine would be all right, and like apparently like they used to use Crisco as lube, like a lot
Yeah.
of in the olden days.
Yeah,
Just like a bunch
a bunch of lard. Just slap some lard on there. Like that's basically what it is.
Let's get some animal fat up in here on
Oh,
our
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, we've learned a lot about each other, and that's the whole point of this show, and that's the end of that topic. So I'm glad we got through that. That was important. That we needed to know, and especially about the peanut butter, because now new tips,
That was the climax of the story.
hot tips about the peanut butter. Thank you everybody for listening. I'm sorry for what we just subjected you to. You can like, rate, review, subscribe, and you can tell the truth, and it's okay. We get it.
Yeah, they talked about their dicks a lot. So.
It was unsettling. It was uncomfortable and not a good time. It's okay. We get it.
It's fine.
You can become a patron. You shouldn't, but you can.
You know who's a patron?
Yeah, I do. Why don't you tell me?
It's Lucy. It's Lucy time.
Thank you. That was definitely
Something.
parody. Thank you also to Christogram for the use of our theme music.
Christogram writes my music for free because he doesn't do a lot for the bees. He does do a lot for the bees. That was a lie.
Oh my god. Well, thank you, Quinn.
Thank you, Christo, for doing a lot for the bees.
Yeah, thank
Saving
you.
them.
Somebody has to. You can buy merch at our Redbubble store. The link is in the description. And just come back next week. Might be better. Might be significantly worse. We'll see.
At this rate, it's going to be significantly worse, but
With
jump
a short
in.
uptake. Actually, I think next episode will be episode 100. And we said we were going to do a big spectacular, and we're probably not.
No, nothing's going to happen that's special.
Well, maybe.
Let's play some Skyrim.
Let's not rule it out.
Let's just have one episode where we just play Skyrim.
That would be the worst ever.
We can do a Twitch TV
All right,
thing.
shoot those nuts.
Straight down your Twitch TV gullet. I'm going to put my phone on silent because I'm blowing up.
I'm blowing up. I'm blowing up in the house, in the house, in the house, in the hat.
Oh.